Hi everybody, I'm Tim Newton from the Krannert School of Management. We are joined today by Gary Hobbs, who is the Chief Executive Officer of Black and White Investments, also known as BWI. Gary, welcome back to campus. Before we talk about your career, tell us about your company. What does BWI do?
Yeah, BWI consists of several companies underneath it, but at a high level, BWI Development, we're an urban developer that specializes in mixed use and mixed income development. We also own a company called BWI Contractors, and we're an electrical contracting firm. We also do design work, and we also own a management firm as well, BWI Management. So we manage our properties. We also do third-party management as well.
We get a lot of our students come back to either our full-time MBA programs or our executive MBA programs who are from science or engineering backgrounds. You have engineering degrees from here, got your MBA through our executive education programs. Why was that important to you?
Well, I had experience when I was in corporate America. I was running and designing, developing a lot of projects, and some of them got canceled. I had to figure out, what these business guys are doing to cancel my projects. And so that really prompted me to really want to go back to school and get my MBA degree here from Krannert. Fortunately, I did. It gave me a good solid foundation I was able to build on top of as I progressed through the management ranks in corporate America and even today as an entrepreneur.
Why was the particular program at Purdue a good fit for you?
Well, number one, I lived in Indianapolis, so it was pretty close. Number two, Krannert had and still continues to have a really good reputation. With their MBA program, I think the emphasis here around some of the science around the MBA program as well really was attractive to me, and the relationships up here, and so it all worked out very well. And also the respect and industry that Purdue name carries.
You've got a lot of big name companies on your resume: AT&T, Eli Lilly, Roche Diagnostics. Why did you decide to go off and do your own thing, basically?
But I've had that entrepreneurial itch for a while. I would say, maybe my last 8 years or so in corporate America, as I was beginning to refine my passion and refine my purpose, and I had that itch. I had my children early, so my kids were getting older, and I knew I had this awesome opportunity where I would be an empty nester at a relatively young age, and it just all worked out great. So I was able to make that transition and make some investments in real estate, do some consulting work, and begin to kind of live out that dream and passion as an entrepreneur. And it's worked out very well for me.
You've grown your company very well in a pretty short period of time. What are the biggest challenges that you have right now, but also the biggest opportunities?
Yeah, so we have about 45, 46 employees. And so our biggest challenge today is really people development. That's really where my primary emphasis this year: developing talent, attracting talent, and retaining talent.
You're also involved with a company called HTech Training. Tell us about that.
Yeah, HTech Training was a company that was started, when I was, during the days I was still in corporate America. It was an opportunity for me to really kind of just develop content around project management, business analysis, Six Sigma, process improvement. And so on the side, I would just kind of develop content, and still part of my dream is to write a book. But in the meantime, I just started developing kind of training material to use on the side, and I would maybe do 1 or 2 trainings per year while I was still working in corporate America during my vacation. And that had an opportunity. It was a nice way for me to transition full-time into entrepreneurship.
Along with, I'm sure, being tremendously occupied with a couple of companies, you're very involved in the city of Indianapolis. A lot of boards that you sit on. Why is that important to you?
I think it's important to give back. The city of Indianapolis, the state of Indiana has been really gracious to me and my firm and our employees. And, we do quite a bit of business here with the government. Some of our resources and tax credits come from the government. And so I do feel an obligation to give back to the community as well. So, I'm grateful and thankful that I got some experiences and some expertise and knowledge that I think I can share. And so when given that opportunity, if it makes sense and lines up with my passion here for helping individuals that are less fortunate, I give time to serving by being on those boards. Boy Scouts of America is an example, and helping out youth, young youth, disadvantaged youth, Indiana Black Expo, the Urban League, just to name a few of the boards that I've been able to give to, and they've also been able to give back to me in terms of other relationships and friendships I've been able to forge.
Look into your crystal ball, 5 years, 10 years down the road, where is BWI? What are you doing that's maybe different or expanding? And what's Gary Hobbs doing 5 or 10 years from now?
Well, good question. I don't know if I have it all figured out yet. I want to enjoy life and have fun along the road that we're traveling as a company. But to answer your question, BWI primarily, especially BWI development, we have a niche focus area, a core focus area with special need populations. That's seniors, assisted living type projects as well, single parents that are looking to become self-sufficient, those children aging out of foster care that need housing and direction. Even to some extent, maybe those that are in the incarceration system or have served their time and they're in need of housing and so forth. And also the homeless, those with disabilities. So we have projects currently that serve each of those populations, and for us, we've done a good job here in Indiana in various cities, but we want to take it regionally and nationally. So in 5 years, we want to take the model that has been working here for some of those asset classes and expand nationally. Hopefully we can do that in a smart way and a profitable way and continue to create jobs and opportunities for our people.
And some of those companies like Lilly and Roche Diagnostics have helped people live longer. That's a great thing. But the challenge is we have to find a place for those people you mentioned with the aging population. That's a big challenge going forward.
It really is. But I also have a heart and passion for those that are homeless. We just finished a project, got 38 units, beautiful building downtown Indianapolis. So I'm really super excited about that project and what it has, and certainly the one here with the single parents who want to get off of welfare through education, and hopefully one of these days put something like that here in Lafayette, right? Mm-hmm. We'll link up a great institution here with individuals that want to become self-sufficient. And that particular project that will have an on-site early childhood learning center as well. So it's projects like that I get really passionate about, and we're grateful we have a good team, including myself, that knows how to raise the funds to make it happen. We know how to build it. We know how to put the wraparound services to sustain it.
Lastly, I know you're back on campus today to talk to some students, give them some advice. If you could boil it down into one big thought that you want to have as a takeaway today, what are you going to tell our students?
I'm going to tell the students, one of the key things is having this spirit of giving back. Giving back is within that is networking. I'm a big believer that you need to be successful in this world here by having relationships. Relationships upward. Relationships horizontally, so good team working skills, and also that relationship downward, where you're willing to give back and help someone else. And that's one big thing that I feel that's been important to my personal success or company success, is that willingness to give a helping hand and to share some of your time, whether it's time or money or resources, to help someone else out. But at the same time, investing in yourself to get information from those that may have traveled a path that you're trying to walk down.
Gary, we appreciate your time.
Sure,
Thanks
absolutely.
for coming back to campus. For Gary Hobbs, I'm Tim Newton.